What is up, guys? Rick Cacus here, and today we have a pretty exciting Destiny 2 video, and that's because we're covering a potential Destiny 2 leak, or I actually should say Destiny leak pertaining specifically to Destiny 2, and we're going to talk about exactly what I'm talking about in just a sec. Now this leak is, and I'm going to be up front right away with you guys, it's an anonymous Reddit post. Now, that means it's not super legitimate, or it may not be super legitimate. It could just be someone making this stuff up. But also, anonymous Reddit posts in the past have been true. Most notably, during the day of the world premiere, someone actually went on Reddit and completely posted all of the new stuff that would be revealed, including the entirely new gun system that we've never seen before that point. And so that person was entirely true in everything they said, and in fact, their post did contain some other stuff that wasn't revealed in the world premiere. For example, they said that Trials of Osiris is coming back and being remade as Trials of the Nine. And if they're right about everything else, they're likely right about that. So that was a pretty big leak. So today we're going to go over this entire Reddit leak, and you guys can decide for yourselves whether or not you think it's legitimate. It certainly is quite interesting. So let's go over it. Now this is all built around the fact that this leak is about Destiny 1 being updated in the final few days on September 1st at 10 a.m. Pacific apparently, and content actually being added to prepare players for Destiny 2. Now right off the bat, that actually is more on the likely end of the spectrum. We've had in the past actual events that Bungie has done to lead up to expansions. Most notably, for the lead up to the newest Rise of Iron expansion, there was a whole event where people were infected by a Siva-like thing around their heads, and you would go and kill people, and if you killed someone that was infected, or if they killed you, you would actually get that infection, and you would try to get as many infections as you could. So again, Bungie has done this in the past, introduced new content, new activities to lead up to a big release. And heck, if there's anything but a big release in the Destiny franchise, it's Destiny 2. Now specifically, the leak says that, quote, "It will be a relatively small update as it contains a small bit of content. No patches, fixes, or tweaks to environment or weapons. Content will be accessible for everyone free of cost." They then get into specifically what the content will be. Firstly, one epilogue video for Destiny 1, which is going to be apparently 4 minutes and 9 seconds long. Next, there's one prologue video for Destiny 2, 3 minutes and 42 seconds long. And lastly, there is going to be one live action trailer for Destiny 2, which is apparently going to be 1 minute and 49 seconds long. But in addition to those things, a little more than trailers, there's going to be apparently 2 story missions leading to the beginning events for Destiny 2. That is the big kahuna. That is the real big thing. If this is true, that's going to be pretty awesome. 2 new story missions kind of getting people ready for Destiny 2. That would be really sweet if Bungie does do this. The leaker then goes on to say, quote, "No new weapons or armor. A Destiny 2 themed armor set, 2 unspecified consumables have been scrapped from this update. They would have been an Eververse exclusive set of armor and stuff, and then Bungie apparently decided otherwise. They then say that a Sparrow will be obtained upon completing Mission 1 called Imminent Invasion. In addition to that, apparently a Ghost Shell will be obtained upon completion of Mission 2 called Guardian Down." Quoting again here, "The Ghost Shell is a damaged version of the Explorer Shell with flickering lights and a cracked screen with the ability to be infused up to 400 light. Will collect glimmer from all enemy races excluding Guardians in the Crucible. The Sparrow that you get from the first mission is apparently a max speed of 170 and is a legendary version of the Sparrow S10 with a smoking effect coming from the engine and thrusters." Now they also did include mission descriptions of these 2 apparently arriving missions. Mission 1, Imminent Invasion, states that you race across a soon-to-be ravaged cosmodrome after you've learned about an incoming threat. Mission 2, Guardians Down, is revive a fallen guardian and fight off a fleet of Red Legion on a reconnaissance mission outside the tower. Now getting to the end here, it's stated that the epilogue will play when you log on to a Destiny character after that September 1st 10 AM date where this update is supposedly installed. Also, the prologue will automatically play after you've completed those 2 added story missions. All 3 videos will be viewable in the directory after they've been viewed for the first time. And then lastly, 3 to 4 weeks ago, apparently, there was an intent on posting this or posting something hinting at this to the Bungie weekly blog post, but instead they've been quiet about it. So, that is the Destiny 1 leading into Destiny 2 leak in its entirety. And here are my thoughts on the matter. Firstly, again, and I was transparent right off the bat, I really want to be that with you guys, you know, it could just be someone completely making stuff up. Don't take this as gospel, it is just an anonymous post on Reddit. But there is a couple of things that do lend a degree of legitimacy. Number 1, everything was very specific, like listing the actual times of minutes and seconds. Like, why would you do that? It seems almost like overkill. And 2, everything seems quite plausible. Nothing is insane. If this was saying, yeah, 10 new exotics are also going to be added, I'd be calling BS immediately. If you unlocked a new planet, you could go to Nessus, you know, in Destiny 1. BS, that's all BS. But 2 missions just in the Cosmodrome, right? Like 2 missions in areas that we've already been in Destiny is not a big deal. Heck, like one of them could take place at a PvP map, like Bannerfall, for example, could be the place where the Guardians Down mission takes place. We've already had PvE missions like the quest to get the Galahorn on PvP maps, specifically Bannerfall in that example. So everything here seems very, very plausible. Like nothing is completely outlandish, and that again definitely lends to its legitimacy. And keeping those 2 things in mind, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do you think that Bungie would do something like this, not necessarily this, but something like this for the send-off of Destiny into Destiny 2? And I think a lot of people, including myself, would say, yeah, like I am expecting something in the last few days of Destiny 1. Like I'm expecting just something, public events to start increasing, maybe put in some Red Legions in public events. Like that would be sweet if they're stepping up their action. And so, if you do believe that something like that is possible and heck forthcoming for Destiny 1, again it lends to this leak's legitimacy. Something very specific, something very, very plausible, and something that most people expect. That's a lot of check marks. Now again, it could all be fake and it could be something similar to this. That's another huge possibility, is that this person here is just blowing smoke out their bottom and Bungie is planning to do something similar, but maybe not specifically this. Again, ramping up public events, maybe having some exclusive rewards, but nothing absolutely massive. Or maybe even having some sort of event where the entire community can be involved in, like the Infection event before the Rise of Iron. At this point, we'll simply have to wait and see. But again, I want to bring this information to you guys so that you were aware of this and you could make up your own minds. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this whole subject. Do you think this leak is legitimate? Do you think it's fake? And do you think something will happen with the end of Destiny leading into Destiny 2? And if so, what do you think is most likely to happen? And I also want to say that at the end of the video here, I apologize for being a little bit aloof lately on the channel, like posting once every 2 days, missing a couple of days here and here, definitely for video posting. That's because this video that you're watching is actually the first video in the new house I moved into, so that has been an absolute ordeal, getting everything moved over and set up and just setting up a frankly unhealthy amount of IKEA furniture, I swear, but that's what's been going on with me lately, and I'll definitely be keeping up with the channel more often, and especially with the Twitch channel, doing that a lot more often in the near future. So thank you guys for kind of bearing with me through this time. And so guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. Now, if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. And if you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.